Patch had a hard start in his life. He was an abused dog, you see. People had not been kind to him, so he learned to be very scared. Loud noises always made him jump high. Any sudden movements were terrifying for him. He longed for a safe place. The animal shelter was a very loud place. Patch preferred to hide in his little corner. He hoped for a kind face to stop for him. Then, one day, a girl came to the shelter. Her name was Lily. She was quiet, just like Patch. She saw Patch hiding there in his corner. Their eyes met for a moment. Lily decided to take Patch home with her. Lily had her own quiet struggles. She often felt strong anxiety. School was an especially difficult place. Patch always seemed to know how she felt. When Lily felt a panic attack starting to build, Patch was right there. He would nudge her hand gently with his wet nose. His cool, wet nose was a small comfort. He would then lie down right beside her. His warm, furry body felt so good against her. His slow, steady breathing helped her a lot. His quiet, loving presence was always enough. Because of Patch, Lily started to feel a bit better. Their special, silent bond grew stronger every single day. The day of the big school speech finally came. Lily woke up that morning feeling absolutely awful. This speech was very, very important for her grade. But the thought of standing up in front of everyone, that was her biggest, most terrifying fear. Her heart pounded hard against her ribs. She tried her best to practice her lines, but the words felt all jumbled and stuck in her throat. Patch knew that Lily was very upset. He stayed right by her side all morning. He licked her hand gently with his tongue. Lily hugged him very, very tight. Soon, Lily had to leave for her school. She gave Patch one last long hug. Patch watched his beloved Lily go, and he could feel her immense fear. He could sense the anxiety in her every step as she walked away. It made him worry a lot too. His little heart pounded with concern, mirroring the unease he saw in Lily's eyes. He began to pace around the quiet room, whining softly by the now closed door. The silence of the house felt heavy, almost suffocating. Lily needed him. He just knew it deep in his doggy heart. He couldn't just sit there and do nothing. He had to find a way to help her. His determination grew stronger with each passing second. Patch was a very clever little pup. He had always been observant, picking up on the smallest details. He had carefully watched Lily open doors many times. He knew exactly what to do. So he went straight to the back door of the house and started to push the latch with his nose. His little paws scratched at the door, adding to his efforts. Click! The door finally popped open. A rush of fresh air greeted him. He was outside in the yard now. The open space felt liberating, yet daunting. The world outside was big and a bit scary, but Lily needed him more than anything. He took a deep breath, gathering his courage. He remembered the way to Lily's school. Every corner, every turn was etched in his memory. He used his good, strong nose to guide him. The familiar scent of Lily was his beacon. Cars rushed past him on the busy street. People walked by quickly, barely noticing him. The noise and commotion were overwhelming, but he stayed focused. But Patch kept on going. His love for Lily was his driving force, pushing him forward despite the challenges. Lily stood nervously backstage at the school auditorium, her heart pounding in her chest. Her hands were so sweaty they felt slippery, and her heart beat like a fast, loud drum. She could barely keep her fingers from trembling. She could hear the murmur of the audience waiting, the low hum of conversations blending into a single, overwhelming noise. Every little sound made her even more scared. The creak of the stage, the rustle of the curtains, it all seemed amplified in her ears. She closed her eyes tightly, trying to breathe slowly and deeply. She counted each breath, hoping to calm her racing thoughts. Suddenly there was a little noise from the back. It was faint but distinct, cutting through the ambient sounds. A teacher was trying to stop something small. She leaned in closer, trying to see what was happening. Then she heard a small, familiar bark. It was a sound she knew all too well. Lily's eyes snapped open wide in surprise. Could it really be? Was that her Patch? It simply could not be him. She blinked, trying to clear her vision, and then she saw him clearly. It really was Patch. Her heart leaped with joy. He had somehow snuck right past the teacher and trotted quickly down the main aisle, his little paws making soft tapping sounds on the floor. His little tail wagged just a little bit as he looked all around the big room, taking in the unfamiliar sights and sounds. Then their eyes finally met. In that moment all her fears seemed to melt away. Patch yipped with pure doggy joy, his excitement mirroring her own. The teacher on stage called out Lily's name, her voice echoing through the auditorium. It was her turn to speak now, and she could feel her heart pounding in her chest. Her legs felt a little bit wobbly, but then she looked straight at Patch, her loyal companion. He sat there in the aisle so patiently, his loving eyes full of pure trust and unwavering support. It was just like he was saying, "You can do this, Lily." His presence was a comforting reminder. She walked slowly to the front podium, taking a very deep, calming breath, trying to steady her nerves. She looked out at all the faces in the audience, then right back at her Patch, who never took his eyes off her. He wagged his tail enthusiastically for her, as if cheering her on in his own special way. That one little tail wag was all she needed to gather her courage. She started to speak her prepared words, her voice trembling slightly at first. Her voice was quiet and small at first, then it grew much stronger and clearer with each passing moment. She did not forget any of her lines, and she even managed a small, genuine smile as she spoke. When she finally finished her speech, it was quiet just for a brief moment, as if the audience was absorbing her words. Then everyone in the auditorium clapped loudly, their applause filling the room with energy and appreciation. She looked right at Patch, who barked one happy, proud bark, as if to say, "Well done, my friend.